Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to create a video from an image in Expo React Native for Android using the Media3 transformer library. So let's get started. So firstly you will have to create a project. So for that you can go to this particular URL. So I'll just open this URL and here you can see I have this blank TypeScript template. I will be using that. You're free to choose whatever template you want. The reason I'm using this blank TypeScript template is because it is easy to get started with. So I will just go to my workspace directory and paste this command. Now it will generate me a project. I'll just give it a name as my app. You can give it whatever name you feel like. Now I will open this inside VS Code. So this is my project. As you can see, it has not created the native Android folder for us. We will need to generate that because we need to write some native code, unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Don't worry too much about it. So for that you can go to this URL. I'll just open it over here, and here you can see, here you will have to first select Android device. Here you will have to select development build. Then I have disabled ES because I will building it locally. Select your own operating system. I am on macOS. I have already installed Watchman. I have already installed this Cas Zulu. I have set the Java home path as well. I have installed Android Studio as well. I have done all these settings. So if you haven't done this, you will have to do it. I have already set all this stuff as well. I have already done this as well. Then we'll have to copy this particular command. So I will just cd to my app and I'll paste this command. So it will install some more npm dependencies for us. Let it do its thing. Now to actually generate the Android folder, we'll have to run this particular command. So let's just wait for this to complete. Okay, now I will just run this particular command. So here in this particular command, it will create a package name for us, and it will also create the Android folder for us. So here you can see it has created the Android folder. Now we will also have to create a module. Inside that module we will be writing all the code. So to create a module, you can go to this particular documentation and they have given this command for us. So I'll just copy this command. Now here you can see this has failed for me. This is not actually failed. It has failed to find an emulator for me. I don't have a local emulator installed, and I will be running the final output on a real device. I have not connected my real device yet to my Mac, which I will do later on. So this is fine. If it is asking you to run on a real device, you can just do Control-C because we don't want to run it now. If you want, you can run it. Then we'll just paste this particular command to create a module. Now again it will ask us some few questions. I'll just click enter. It will automatically create a module for us. Enter. So again, if you go back to VS Code, here you can see it has created the modules folder for us. So this is our project setup. Now what I will do is I'll write down all the code and then I'll come back. I'll explain it to you, all the stuff which I have written. Okay guys, so I have done couple of changes. So firstly, inside your package.json, I have installed two dependencies. First one is Expo image picker and second one is React Native video. So Expo image picker will help us to pick an image. That image URI we will send it to native side. Our native side will create a video out of it and save it to external storage so the user can access it whenever he or she wants to, and also save that video URI back to React Native side. Then with the help of React Native video, we will start playing that particular video. Now given that we have just to do npm install Expo image picker as well as React Native video, and once that is done, you will have to go to app.json as well, and here inside plugins, here you can see I have added this Expo image picker because we require permission for this, and same for React Native video as well. This I have just copy pasted it from the documentation, so nothing much here. I have not added something by myself. So this entire thing I have just added inside your app.json. Then you will have to go to modules, my modules. Here you will have to go to src modules, my module.ts, and here you can see I have just added a method called transform video, and it takes the image URL and it returns back a promise which is empty, but with the help of this particular thing called change event payload, we can send data back whenever we want to React Native side. So that's what we will be using. This is defined by default when we create a module, so I don't have to do anything about this. Only thing is I just have added this particular method. Once you add this, you will have to go to app.tsx, and here you can see I have added this all imports. I have added image picker, I have added use state, use effect, I have added our video as well as also I have imported our module. Now first, this I have created a state for video URI. This we will get from native Android side. Ignore this use effect for now. Here I have just created one button, and on click of it we are launching our image picker. And for now in this particular tutorial I'm only allowing user to pick one image, but later on I will also tell you how to do it for multiple images as well in separate tutorial. I don't want to make this too complicated. And here you can see I'm just calling our method and passing the image URI to it. Then once this method is successful, inside use effect we will get the actual video URI back. So here you can see I'm just listening for this, and once I have the actual video URI back, I just update this particular state. And once this is not equal to empty, here you can see we are displaying the video element. So we are just passing the video URI and define some styles as well. So that's it from app.tsx side. Next you will have to go to the Android folder, go to build.gradle, and firstly here you will have to add this dependency. So in dependency we require two things, Media3 common as well as Media3 transformer. So make sure you add this two dependency. Then you will have to just go to my module.kt. Again I'll just scroll up. So there are a lot of imports over here. Make sure you just copy all these imports. This three imports I think would be present by default. Rest you can just copy all these imports. Okay, now here I have annotated this with this particular class with @unstable, because at the time of me recording this transformer thing which I am using, which I will show you shortly, is still bit unstable. That's why we have to use it. And we are also extending the transformer.listener, so it will give us a callback on completed and on error, two methods which I will show you shortly. Then here we get hold of our context as well as activity. This file name and file path are for storing the video. This handler and progress holder are for tracking the progress state. If the suppose if the image file is too big and if you want a 1 hour long video, then the conversion will take little bit of time. That's why we are tracking this. In our case it will be pretty simple. Now this is present by default. I have not added all these things, so I will just scroll down. After this particular view ends, I have just added a function called transform video. So this name should match the same what we have defined it on our TypeScript side, which takes a URL, image URL. Then here we create our transformer. Then we take the image URL and convert it to a media item. Then we just do edited media item.builder, and here you can see I'm set the video duration to be 3 seconds. You can change it to whatever you feel like. I've set the frame rate as 60. Then here we create our external file. Here we start the transformation, and this particular thing which you see here, we are tracking the actual progress state. So the important thing which you have to note is this particular thing. So I'm sending two things back to React Native side, the progress state as well as the actual progress. Now this particular value is not defined inside, is not defined by default. So if you see this particular default function, it uses this value which we will be using later on to send the actual video URI, but I want to create one for progress as well. So for that you can again have to go to my module.type.ts, and here value is present by default. I will also add progress. Now I am making this a string. The reason being, if you come over here you can see I'm displaying progress state as well as the actual progress. I'll explain more about this progress state and actual progress, why I'm doing this later on in the video. So this is for actually tracking the progress state. Now here we are creating the external file. Now even I have copy pasted this from the documentation. I'm not really good at this. So this is how it creates an external file for us. Then to save the file to external storage, we have to use this particular code. Again I have just copy pasted this code from Stack Overflow. Maybe you can do the same thing. I won't go into the details of this. So yeah, that's it. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like. And here we are overriding the on completed and on error, because we were extending transformer.listener at the top. And if file name is not equal to null or file path is not equal to null, then we save the file path or file name, pass the file path and file name to this particular method. It saves to external storage. We get the URI, and then with the help of this on change value, we send this value back to React Native side. And in case of on error, here you can see that I'm just displaying a toast message. Now inside app.tsx we also want to track the progress, right? So here I'm displaying console.log.data. So progress would be sent like every millisecond, right? So it might also display this value. So what I can do is I can just do data.progress, because that's the only thing which I want to show it to you on Metro Bundler. with the help of this, if you want, you can display a progress bar as well. So I think that should be it. Even I have not ran the application yet. I'll simply scroll through this file because I know there were lot of things happening in this file. So feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. Now I will just run the application and show you guys the output. Alright guys, so the output is ready. Now I'm mirroring my device. So here you can see inside videos I only have 3 videos. I'll actually go back to our Expo app. So this is my Expo app. Now I'll click on, this should not have been pick video, it should have been pick image. So I'll just go back to my project. Where is it? Expo my app. Sorry, I have unfortunately closed VS Code. This should be what? Pick image, sorry. And here you can see it is pick image now. I'll just click on pick image, and hopefully, so these are the 3 images which are present. Again, I'm mirroring my device, so the output is a little laggy. I'll just select the first image, and if you see my metro bundler, here you can see it is printed out all the progress state, and here you can see the video is also ready. So the video was 3 seconds long. So if I just play it again, here you can see that this is the video. So it has converted our application to video. Now if I go to our to my file explorer again, here you can see there are 4 videos. So the video is also stored to external storage. Now coming back to the actual progress state. So now this was pretty quick because we only had 1 image and it was a 3 second long video. So the progress state which I mentioned goes from 1 to 2, and once the conversion is finished, it goes back to 0, and the progress actual progress is from 0 to 100. Now it immediately reached to 100 after 0, but typically this would not happen. Also, one more caveat is there are high chances this will not reach till 100. So yeah, be careful with this. It might stop at 99, 98 or even at 90, but this particular value comes to 0 every single time the conversion has happened. That's a indicator to you that stop showing the progress bar in case if you are displaying the progress bar. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.